It is Monday, August 24th, and welcome back to the Very Real Podcast, the one stop shop for gamers to get their weekly dose of worldwide news and politics. I'm your host, Great Value. And with me again is Vic. Hi, Vic.
Hello, hello, hello. What's going on?
Hi. With the colon and the several threes, because I want everyone to know that I'm a bottom.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, how you doing, Vic? How's your week been? How what you been up to since we last talked?
I've been up to pretty much the same thing. I got one singular class starting up that I managed to get into because I registered so late for community college.
Yeah, we're about to reach our freshman year of college. I'm 17, by the way. Vic's
Yeah.
about to turn 18. It's crazy, right?
Yeah. Wow. You're so
Yeah,
young.
so young and yet so informed. And now we're already teaching a middle school. That's me. I'm
Yes.
teaching. I'm an
How's
educator.
how's the light in your eyes doing?
I'm I actually really like what I'm doing. I'm having a great time. Without getting
That's good.
going into too much detail, it's really good. And however, I am bringing up that I'm an educator because it is relevant to this week's stories. And oh boy, are these topics for this week? Uh, they they are they make me sad, man. They made me so sad. But a little bit of fun news about me this weekend was that my good friend came over, and we actually did a drinking game where we watched the Tim Pool Jubilee video, and I got very drunk, and then we played Smash Brothers.
Yay.
It was fun. Uh,
Yay.
Shouts out to Wolfman, the person who created the Sonic image and the Incineroar image that you see at the beginning of every and at the beginning and the end of every podcast. Vic will make you one. You've been on
He's a
here for so long.
great he's a great artist.
He's a what artist?
He's a great artist.
Say that again.
He's a great artist.
Okay. But Vic, it's incredible that you're making this career path, and I'm very excited to see you become a doctor and help me commit copious amounts of insurance fraud.
I, we'll, we'll see if I get there.
This statement is legally binding and it is liable. We will commit insurance fraud.
I
So any future listeners,
Yep.
you can use this as evidence in court. Dude, uh, I've actually set up this before because I eventually do want to run for office, and I want to be like and I want to have like a solid platform, and I don't want I I guess a lot of the comments that I made previously are like, I guess, for comedic effect,
Yeah.
and so they're over exaggerated. And one of my favorite bits to do is like I forgot what it was, but it was like I say XYZ and then like, and I mean it. And if this video is ever unearthed 5 years from now, I want this to be on record to say I believe every second of it, and then for it to be a pause, and then me and like a news broadcast to say like, no, I was being sarcastic. And then after the pause, they go, and I'm not being sarcastic. And if in the future I say that I was being sarcastic, nope, I mean it. I 10,000% mean it. And then there's a pause again. And then I go like on the stand or in trial or whatever. And I'm like, obviously that's a joke, right? Like, come on, we can all agree.
Yeah.
And then the pause again, and it's like, this is
Yeah.
not a joke, and I don't care what I say in the future. You can use this in court as evidence
Yep.
for me to do XYZ.
And
I really want that to happen someday.
and this footage is not doctored.
And
100% real.
my name is Great Value, and I, under sound body and mind, make these comments as my own. I am not being held against my will. Okay, but as always, we're going to be playing Smash Brothers while discussing 5 news topics that I found interesting. Uh, this week, they're not more news topics, more so just like general news that I think we need to get to. So, you ready, Vic? You ready
I
to get
am
into
ready.
it? All right, so we're discussing U.S. oil as our first
Oh,
topic. So the petroleum reserves that the U.S. has have hit their lowest level in more than 4 decades. So we are currently under 300 million barrels, down from 415, which is what we had, I believe, at the beginning of the Trump administration. So there's a lot of reasons as to why this has happened. And one of the biggest ones is, of course, that we were in a war with Iran and still in a war with Iran. But this oil is mostly used for like a rainy day in case something bad happens, like an Iran war. And
Yeah.
what's crazy is that at our peak, during the Bush administration, we had around 700 million barrels of oil, and we are less than half of that right now. But this is not unprecedented, as this has happened before, where we have gotten really low, but it's never gotten this low. Like if you remember, during COVID, we dropped down to we dropped down to less oil than what we normally had. But this whole Iran war has really dwindled down this whole thing. And so, Vic, how does it feel like talking about the fucking Iran war for like the
I
eighth time in a row?
Oh my gosh, it's actually like so horrible, but at least we can't stop winning, right?
We can't stop winning, which is great.
Right?
So,
This is just like, I mean, like, have you seen like the gas prices that I guess that
yes.
have been increasing? If you saw that Trump not interview, but I think it was a rally where he pretty much was like, "Your gas is $4. You're gonna have to deal with it.
He's like,
We laugh at $4.
these are
Four is bigger
necessary.
than three."
They're necessary things we have to make because we, of course, are winning
Yeah.
this war. And the effects of winning this war. Did you know that when countries win wars, they actually pay more in gas? Like, can you believe
Yeah.
that? That's what happened in the during the Revolutionary War. Did you know that George Washington paid 3.57 a gallon? That's what happened after he he won the war
Yep.
against the British.
Yep. I'll
But
be paying my 347 with my freedom gas.
well, yeah, it's
Actually,
you're doing your patriotic duty, especially
yeah.
on the 200. You know, I think we should pay $250 a gallon because it is America's 250th birthday.
Yep. Yep.
but
Absolutely.
but that's actually a great segue to what we could also talk about is the increase in in the price of gas. So gas at the beginning of Trump administration was at around $3.14, and right now the average price for gasoline is $4.10 a gallon. So that is truly unprecedented, as we haven't had gas this expensive since ever, I believe, and it's probably the most expensive it has been on average. But due to the unprecedented increase in gasoline, the EPA has now has now allowed for the winter blend of gasoline. Did you know that there are two different types of blends for
I just found
gas?
out. I just
Yeah,
found
that's
out.
crazy. You're learning about that now. So the
Yeah.
winter blend of gasoline, which is done to lower the price of gasoline during the winter, contains up to 10% ethanol, and because of its higher ethanol content, it does create more emissions. So the lower ethanol content in summer blends are meant to curb emissions, and is regulated by the EPA so that we don't fucking die of smog inhalation. And several states, or so the EPA also waived several state controls for gasoline, like in Texas and in Arizona and in California. And but now they're like, fuck it, who cares? We're all poor. Might as well be a little bit feel a little better about ourselves, because now we don't now you're gonna fucking pay slightly less for gasoline that's gonna kill you faster. And it fucking sucks, man.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just like a whole trend everywhere of just like bringing in all this energy. Like, oh, where I mean, you see like these big old data centers getting built. You see like
Yes,
this whole like fusion blend,
exactly.
like, and we really like we didn't have to do this. We didn't have to do this. We fight a whole war like across.
No, we don't have
Okay.
to do all of this. We're in a again, this is like the 10th week of uh, Iran discourse. But we are in such a we are in a war we didn't need to fight in with resources we don't have with people who are dying or who want to kill themselves for fighting in a war that again they don't want to be in. As you remember last week we talked about the fucking the SS Lincoln, where the soldiers were literally jumping to fucking uh, stop being in this war, and it's we're fucked, man.
Yeah.
Nothing's good.
Yeah. It's literally like it's not stopping. It's literally not stopping. Like this is like continuing. There's whole compounding effects. I love that word compounding.
Yeah,
Uh
it's it's just these compounding effects that really just aren't. No one's benefiting. No one's benefiting, and these we're lowering our nation's barrel reserves, which are genuinely needed to offset a lot of the costs from like rising oil prices and slower supply lines. And Trump recently loaned out 172 million uh, gallons from the reserve. Did you know that that's a thing? That the government can just loan out oil, and it cures interest. That's crazy to me that that was a concept that I read about. But
I,
but
yeah, I guess it's possible.
But our reserves are dwindling, and the EPA ended the anti smog requirements starting September 1st. So now our air is going to be more polluted. And
Yeah, smell
and
that.
this is going to be a band-aid fix to a problem that unfortunately has no real solution other than to I don't know, remove the sitting president. I remember like in a few political rallies, the president is like, if you vote for a Democrat, if you don't vote Republican, they're gonna impeach me. And at this point, I'm like, please, God.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
I
we
haven't
should have done that.
I haven't seen the approval or the approval ratings for this president recently. I think they've gotten rid of them altogether. But from the a few approval ratings that we do get, the president is like at an all-time low. Things just aren't getting better for him. I think the majority of Americans have a unfavorable rating of the president, and even in like Republican-controlled states, it Trump no longer has the golden seal of approval with
Yeah,
voters in his base.
it's because his policies are affecting literally everybody. The
It,
only people who could possibly be benefiting
uh,
is
peop-
like,
it, only the billionaires who
yeah,
equate to like what less than 1% of the population, like less than a percent. I think I there might be more billionaires than trans people. But no, obviously not. But it Republicans love to make a fuss about how trans people are destroying this country when what's happening is the fucking billionaires are doing all this shit.
literally just boiling it up and burning it into the
Yeah.
air.
It's culture worship. Okay. So, Vicolas, how do you feel about our oil reserves hitting an all-time low?
I mean, I think from what I'm understanding from this article, it's happening, or it hasn't been this low since it's been like filled up to this
Yeah,
point.
it's never been this low, and it's dangerously low. And we're getting to the level like if there's a national emergency that I don't know doesn't have to deal with the fucking war in Iran, uh, we are kind of fucked. Like
Yeah,
there,
I
there, there is
every
no.
single policy this guy has passed has just affected the
We're
standard of living.
we're gonna pass the I'm gonna fucking kill you bill.
It's literally true.
That's true. Okay.
No exaggeration.
But I don't know, man. At this point, I can't even feign like uh political neutrality. I think I think at this point, if you're supporting Republican policies, you're just objectively wrong. I'm sorry. Like this is
Yeah.
this is exactly what every fucking like I guess center to center left leaning uh talking head warned about. They were like, if you vote for Trump, everything will turn to shit. And then
Yeah.
every Republican was like, that sounds like woke fake news. You know, you sound a little trans there. You sounded a little
Um,
trans, a little Muslim. You sounded a little Chinese when you said that. And here
yeah.
we are paying $25 a gallon and
Oh,
eating the diarrhea lettuce
yeah.
and
And the diarrhea of blueberries
the
and
diarrhea
diarrhea
blueberry.
eggs.
We're
Oh yeah.
eating the diarrhea lettuce, the diarrhea blueberries while getting cancer from the gasoline that we're burning in the summer. And all I
Yeah.
can say is to every Trump voter, like, are we winning yet? Or I know no fucking Trump
Oh god.
voter listens to this. But if there's one of you, if there's one of you, one of the 14 listeners that listen to this, happen to vote for Trump, I mean this sincerely. Like, do you regret what's going on? Come on. so
Uh, why
so
would Joe Biden do this?
you know what? Yes. Why would Joe Biden do this?
We need to show Trump the Stop Wars mural
Oh yeah.
with the Yoda,
No.
and then I think he'll understand.
I love browsing r slash conservative. It's like dude, I'm into like a humiliation kink, man. Cause I really like browsing that subreddit. I want to talk about this before we get into the next topic. But one of the copes in that subreddit is if we had a Democrat, it would have been worse. And
Right, right,
I'm
right.
like, really, man? How could it genuinely get worse than this? So
Like,
speaking of
come
worse,
on.
on to our next topic, the US versus Canada.
Oh
Okay.
god.
So I want to lay down a little preamble, like some subtext to go on with this. So, here's some Canadian news. Canada recently passed the Churchill Falls Generation Station Agreement that would essentially revitalize the hydroelectric dam that they have in what is it in the Churchill Falls station in the Gull Islands. And what this would do is this is the largest clean energy investment in North America, and it is projected to make around 14,000 megawatts of clean energy. And so that is to put into context, that is enough energy to power all of Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver. So all of those. And so it will create around 23,000 jobs, both skilled laborers like electricians, mechanical mechanics, and stuff like that, and higher white collar jobs like engineers and industrial engineers too. So this is like a really good thing for Canadians, and it's
Yeah.
projected to contribute around 31 billion to Canada's GDP through the early 2040s. And so this is like great. This is awesome.
This is
And
the awesome
so
investment.
this is an example of like Canada being cool as shit. And so this was a little pretext to what I'm talking about. So the United States is currently in a fucking trade war with Canada. So
Uh,
recently Trump was to impose 50% tariffs against Canada, and then he was like, you know what, we'll talk about it. And so there were negotiations, and the negotiations fell through because the United States demanded way too much from the Canadian government. Like, and I mean, it was stupid. There was some culture war shit that was happening there. And what ended up happening was that the negotiations fell through. And so now both the United States citizens are paying 50% more expensive prices on goods from Canada. and Canadians are paying 50% more expensive prices from U.S. goods, and it is I it's these fucking tariffs are going to affect around $20 billion worth of imports from Canada, and no one wanted this. No one fucking wanted this, and so Carney, the prime minister, who a friend of the pod by the way, said that it's like going to war. And this was like I cannot stress how stupid this whole situation was. So both sides, after a 3-day pause from the tariffs, announced that like, oh, we have a deal, and then according to last minute changes, which I'm about to get into, they Canada just called it off. Like said it was just not feasible to do. And so these tariffs included like adjustments to like medium and heavy duty trucks, and they sought to restrict their protections for language, culture, and their sovereignty. And it was just a stupid trade deal that would completely screw over Canada. And I mean this, and I hope you know this. Trump, during his first administration, negotiated the USMCA deal, which can you guess what that resulted in? Can you guess, Vic?
Oh, I'm trying to remember. Oh, I
What
was
type
so
of
young.
we were like 5. But what type of trade do you
What?
think that gave us? Trump negotiated this deal, by the way, which was a renegotiation of Obama's fuck, I forgot the name of it. But Obama's trade deal between Canada and Mexico. NAFTA,
The
yeah. So
yes,
it was a renegotiation of NAFTA, which was free trade. So that means it was free. And
yes.
Trump renegotiated this deal, which can you guess what type of trade we had with them? With Canada and Mexico in the USMCA?
Oh,
It starts with the letter
you
F.
you got it.
It's free.
I trust
Free
the free.
trade. It was free. It was free. We had free trade. It was free. And so this stupid ass deal or lack of results could result in around 13 million jobs that just go away. So it could cost American jobs, and it increases price. It increases prices for everyone across the board. Just no one's happy. So Vic, how do you feel about paying more for shit from Canada?
Why does he keep doing this tariff stuff, man?
Okay.
Why absolutely like like he has to know because he's listening to his economic advisory board, right?
Oh
That
yeah.
these
Yeah.
taxes are going to negatively impact consumers, aka the American people, right? So just because he doesn't like a country, like he just wants to like enforce these
Yes.
tariffs.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. And it's
Um,
so stupid as to why this is happening. Because I guess Trump is under the false assumption that tariffs are a tax on the country that the good is being imported from. But the thing is, that's not what taxes are. Every fucking person with, I don't know, uh, middle school education knows what a tariff is, because that is discussed in U.S. history, which is taught in fucking middle school. And guess what? Guess what's discussed? Tariffs, which is why we went to the war with the British, because of
yeah.
tariffs. And now we're in a situation where we're paying tariffs that we, honest to God, have no reason paying because we negotiated free trade with these countries. Free! And you, dear viewer, dear listener at home, are asking yourself, oh, like, I'm not going to buy maple syrup anytime. I'm not gonna buy anything made in Canada because I don't even like maple syrup. Well, dumbass, guess what? A lot of the fucking lumber and aluminum that we have in this country comes from Canada. So we're going to be paying more in cars, more in housing. So housing costs are going to go up. Nothing's
Yeah.
working. This is what I meant when I said that, like, this week just pissed me off. Just there's nothing good. Nothing good happens in the news. The type of reprieve, the type of joy that I get from reading the news sometimes is, oh, Hitler too died because of the fucking diarrhea lettuce. That's the type of good news that I
Yeah.
see now. That's the type of good news. I don't see anything happy anymore. All I see is pain. Please. Okay, so Vic, how do you feel about all this shit going on?
I you already know. You already know we can't stop winning. 50% tariffs.
50% tariffs. To the Canadian listeners at home, I know at least one Canadian person listens. How do
Yo,
you feel about this shit? How do you feel about Don the? I don't have a nickname for him anymore. I'm too
the
upset.
Don.
Don the Don
I don't think
Trump.
he deserves a name with that
He doesn't
much
deserve a nickname.
gusto.
He deserves diarrhea lettuce.
Yes, yes. Maybe he's
Okay.
already had it.
But to my Canadian listener at home, please in the comment section down below, let us know, how do you feel about Carney and his actions against Trump? Like, from what I've seen from Canadian news outlets and from Canadian Twitter, like a lot of the premiers from like Manitoba and from Quebec have been very supportive of these tariffs and have been very against trade wars and have been advocating for free trade between the United States and Canada. Because, believe it or not, free trade benefits everybody. Everyone wins from free trade. Dude, dude, this is like the one thing that they teach you in business. Like, okay, uh, I think it's perfectly okay and perfectly valid to bully business majors because their degree is not real, and they only get coloring books for like homework. But the one thing that they teach you in business class is that free is good. Like that's the one thing that they teach you. Like if you want something, it's free. Like that's what the good thing is. And guess what? You know how I know that fucking Donald Trump did not graduate at the top of his class from his business school in Wharton? Because he claims that's the one thing he claims, and like all documents show that he did not do that. And you know how I know that he did not do that? Because his dumbass doesn't know that free trade is good. That free trade benefits literally every country. Oh god, man. And I fucking killed myself, dude. Okay. All right, Vic. Any closing thoughts on hell?
I it's getting a little warm in here. You feeling that?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
because of the fucking change in oil, man. It's because
Yeah,
it's because
they're
the
burning
we're burning the winter oil
burning the
that gives
winter
us
blend.
cancer.
Yeah, it's getting like
It's getting hot
3 degrees
here.
hotter. I'm starting to sweat a little bit through my shirt
Yeah, no
and pants.
shit, it's hotter. It's because of the climate change, man.
Oh, I'm gonna be swimming in my backyard soon.
Oh, you live in Antarctica?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
Antarctica is gonna be such a wonderful place to live in whenever all the fucking ice melts.
My diet consists of penguins.
The diarrhea penguins. Okay, on
Oh
to
no, whatever ancient bacteria is in the glaciers right now is getting released. And so it's like something worse. It's worse than like diarrhea penguin.
diarrhea. The problem is that like it might accidentally cure your disease or something.
I
It
I
might
don't
it
know.
might
It's
cure
like
some of these unvaccinated diseases that we're getting.
yeah. No, we're gonna be
Uh,
getting the that like Minecraft achievement where you have like
how
every
did I get
single
here? Yeah,
status.
yeah, it's
Yeah. Even that achievement is named How Did I Get There? Get here.
yep.
Yep. And it's It's looking like somebody right
Uh,
now. Somebody's got like the combination like cyclospora, listeria, salmonella right now in the hospital. I hope they're tuned in.
yeah, we're just fucked, man. Okay, so on to our fun news topic of the day. Unfortunately, it's already been covered by John Oliver. So we
Oh, damn it!
yeah, so unfortunately we don't really have so we don't really have much to say. We're just gonna regurgitate his information, which makes me sad because this story was kind of funny. So Buc-ee's has apparently become, I don't know, fucking Enron but worse. They become like Palantir but for gas stations, which is a stupid sentence to be saying. Uh, but Bucky's has been in the news recently for suing small locations, small mini marts, small gas stations, small stores, uh, for apparently copyright infringement. So, the recently, I guess what got them in the news was that they sued this mini mart called what is it? Beaver Mart
Beaver Mart,
recently. Beaver
Beaver's
Mart.
Mini Marts.
Beaver's Mini Mart. And this location has previously existed. And what's stupid is that they're suing them on the grounds that hey, they have a beaver logo and they mention beavers in their branding. And
And
what's
that's
stupid
it.
And what's stupid is that the city in Ohio, which Bucky's is opening their second location in, is named Beaverton. So you may be
Yeah.
asking yourself, or you may be thinking to yourself, wow, what an interesting coincidence that the beaver store is named Beaver Mart in the location where they have beavers in the city of Beaverton. And that's a great coincidence that you're asking yourself. And it's not a coincidence because guess what? It's just basic common fucking sense that the beaver store would be named Beaverton or would be named after beavers from the city in Beaverton. And this has been like a long time lawsuit. And another relevant lawsuit that happened earlier was that this there was this moose themed gas station named Mickey Mart, which was themed after mooses, and they were sued by Bucky's. Uh,
Just for
and
having a cute little
yeah,
animal.
for having a cute little guy there.
Yeah.
And what's funny is that the Moose Mini Mart, the Moose gas station, their defense was that a moose is not a beaver. This was a direct quote for them. This was a direct quote from the gas station, and I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a pretty good argument.
That's very,
I
very
can't believe it
solid.
or not. You know, like it's solid. I think I agree with them. But what's crazy to me is that this Texas or this large gas station chain, which originated off of Texas, and is expanding to other states across the country, including Ohio, which is where the story takes place, is deciding, yeah, we're gonna fucking sue everybody, and it's truly stupid that this single shack, I think in the news article that I linked to it, is described as like this tiny fuck ass store that has like only like a half a bathroom. It it has a shingle roof. It's a low building. You know,
Yeah.
it looks like shit. It barely fits one person. Is being sued by this 74,000 square foot conglomerate with 100 gas pumps, 24 electric vehicle chargers, and 700 parking spaces. I guarantee you, a parking space is bigger than the fucking store that they're suing.
Yeah.
And so all the people in Beaverton are rallying around this small little gas station and are showing their support and donating to their GoFundMe page, which has raised at least $1,000 since this whole lawsuit went down. And I think that's pretty nice. I think it's pretty good. And the original Goodie Shop in Upper Arlington, there in Ohio, um, is selling cookies with the Beaver logos, or with the Beaver Mart's logos face on them, with $1 going to support the legal fees. And other businesses in the area are changing their logos to include beavers, which I think is awesome. And what's even cooler, what I think is really funny, is that the Republican governor Mike DeWine has uh has described the lawsuit as absurd. Yeah, man. Obviously, Mark DeWine, siding against big business, shows that he is a communist and undeserving of the Republican tag, and he will be hearing from the Republican Party's lawyers in order to get him revoked, because obviously he hates America and hates business. But Vic, as a fellow resident of Texas, how do you feel about everything that's going on?
I guess when you're, this is like when that you're a man is like still a man, but it's like a corporation. Is your buddy like Buc-ee's? You're like, wow, this is such a nice gas station, you know. But then now they're just like out here like suing all these like tiny little gas stations who are definitely not threatening their, you know.
No, like if this gas station continues to exist, they Bucky's will fall apart. Like I don't think
It
Bucky's
will implode.
can, like I think everyone who works for Bucky's will die. Like I think
Yeah.
that's what's gonna happen, right? Like that's why they're suing them, so they can save their employees.
Yeah,
Like
of
I
course.
I think the reason why there's why Bucky's is suing this corporation is because they're trying to be they're trying to save America, from these evil small businesses, evil Chinese communist Muslim trans businesses.
Oh,
I hate Bucky's, man. I used to like
oh,
them. I used to like going to their fucking store, and then this shit happened.
yeah. This is like, this is a deal breaker. I'm already thankfully at the point, I've been to Bucky's enough where, you know, I'm like, I'm not feeling their breakfast taco right now.
The problem is that
Stop somewhere else.
they genuinely are that good. Like I don't think people understand. Like I think people who haven't been to a Bucky's, and to dear viewer who is not from Texas or doesn't have one in the area, Bucky's really is that good. That's the problem. Like
Yeah,
they are genuinely one of the few rest stops that you can count on having clean bathrooms and like genuinely good food that is worth having. And the
yeah,
problem is that like it will be hard to avoid, because they really don't have a good competitor.
yeah.
Like
If anything, they should have been suing like the Texan. I don't know if you know about the Texan.
no, I don't. It's probably because they're just shittier Buckies.
Yeah, it's like a gas station that is also, it's been around since like 2008 in Texas, and it's most notably known for being like a Bucky's clone,
Yeah, I guess
like
they
straight
should
up,
sue them. Not
like
fucking.
even
Okay.
like straight up the buildings are like, it has to be like the same builder or something. Like it's so close in design, like it's pretty much exact. I don't know if you can look up any photos and like look at the Texan,
So
which is supposedly a different company.
so what? This seems like very Disney, right?
I
Like
Yeah, why are they just coming straight for like
like this big mega corporation with all the money and all the resources comes into a small town and sues the tiny market that's barely struggling to survive. Like this is the plot of a Disney movie, right?
yeah. Like straight up. Hey, a
Like
store.
they're comically evil. Like who the fuck sues a fucking moose store because has it vaguely resembles a fucking beaver? So
Mind you, it doesn't even look like the same beaver. Like Bucky's is like, it's so iconic. Like you know him. Like you know him when you look at him. You know they got like the little Bucky statue outside the gas stations. People were taking photos with him because he's such an iconic character that not even like any other gas station with like a beaver logo is like going to like
Yep.
threaten any sort of thing to Bucky's, right? Like they just have insane quality for like you almost forget it's like a big corporation. Well, until now.
Well, all I can say is I only wish the worst for Bucky's. Inshallah, Xi Jinping, send your CCP spies to ruin Bucky's and to Zoran Mamdani, Hassan Piker, my fellow Muslim brethren. I'm not even Muslim, but my fellow my fellow leftist Muslims. Please send your Chinese spies, your trans Chinese spies, to strike the heart of Bucky's.
um,
Fuck you, Bucky's. Rest in piss, bitch.
we'll be
Okay.
going to Mecca Mart.
Mecha Mart.
It's real. Zora Babdani
Wait,
is
Israel? Did you just say Israel?
it is real.
Oh,
Oh, it's
oh, oh. Mecha Mart. It is real. Okay, we're falling up the deep end. We gotta bring it back in. All right, fuck you, Bucky's. Die in a hole. Inshallah, Beaver Mart will win. All right. On to our fourth topic. So we've been discussing Bucky's, and guess what? We're bringing it back. We're talking about Texas. So I mentioned earlier that I brought up that I'm an educator, um, because it's relevant to this story. So I want to give you a brief introduction as to the policies, educational policies that have gotten Texas to where it's at. So this comes from a teacher in HISD, which is Houston's largest school district, and I believe the largest school district in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. I'm actually not entirely sure. I could just be lying. But HISD is the biggest school district in Texas. It's gigantic. It has uh, thousands upon thousands of students, all of which are there to get an education, and there's been a lot of controversy surrounding HISD because I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a dog shit school district. But this teacher from HISD went on social media and described how his students could not read or write. Uh, like he is a CTE teacher, and if you don't know what CTE is, I'm not talking about the fucking concussion shit. I'm talking about career technical education, which is basically teaching students to become like going into accounting or becoming videographers, carpenters, stuff like that, like shop. So that's career technical education. And so while you don't exactly need to I guess you do need to read and write for the majority of these. It's not at the forefront of the curriculum. It's not what is important. But it still matters in the sense that you need to fucking read and write to exist in the world. And he had an assignment where students had to respond to a question and had to fill out a questionnaire, answer a question, and they couldn't answer it. So this was a direct quote from the teacher, Mr. Williams, who said, "These 17 and 18-year-old kids couldn't fill in 4 words. 4 words." So Mr. Williams says, again, a direct quote, "I have seniors who simply cannot read and seniors who cannot write." And so these students who are hopefully attending college or will be entering the workforce soon, uh, are dealing with the effects of Greg Abbott's educational policies, which is what the real topic is
Oh
about
man.
today. So what's crazy to me is this teacher, not they a lot of people have been very vocal about like how they feel about this whole thing, and they attacked the teacher. They attacked him, saying like, "Oh, he's not a real teacher. He didn't go to school for teaching, and he went through the alternative certification program instead." And they brought up that like, "Oh, he has an F rating from the Better Business Bureau." Why attack him? He's a teacher. He clearly isn't a good he's not a good businessman. He's probably a better teacher. Why attack him? It's not his fault that the students can't read or write. Why the fuck you attack him for? And so that's what we're gonna that's our main topic for what we're discussing for topic number 4, which is the governor's race between Gregory fucking Abbott and the Democratic nominee. I forgot. I'm trying to find her. Yes, Hinojosa. And one of the main criticisms for Greg Abbott was his approach to education. He has been a big proponent of school vouchers and the private education system, and has been slashing budgets for public education, and has made public education generally less accessible for the average person. And this is in stark contrast to Hina Hinojosa. What a name, Gina Hinojosa, who comes from an education background. She served as the superintendent for the Austin school, or for the Austin Independent School District, and has been in education for most of her career. So she is coming with a education first, which as an educator I think is fucking awesome. And she also is running on the platform that she will open the rainy day fund and give all Texans access to the like I said, the rainy day fund, and a $12,000 essentially paycheck to or $1,500 checks to each Texas household, and it's a one-time payment from the rainy day fund that Governor Gregory Abbott, God, what a fucking mouthful, has basically left untouched. And it's one of the more important governor races in terms of where MAGA lies, because Gregory Abbott has been a staunch ally of Donald Trump since Donald Trump gained political prominence, and has stuck by his side at every step of the way. Gregory Abbott is hoping to get his fourth fucking term. He's been here since 20 fucking 14, and he has been under a lot of scrutiny recently, because I don't know if you noticed, but there have been a plethora of issues when it comes to Texas, not only in terms of education, but in terms of infrastructure, in terms of abortion rights, in terms of voting rights, and in terms of taxes that have the tax cuts that have largely gone to rich people and not the average person. And so according to a poll released by the University of Houston, which surveyed around 1,500 people, 49% of respondents back Abbott's reelection, while 42% support Hinojosa. And this is surprisingly close. There have been other polls that have been done, and there have been Hinojosa has been polling better and better, and so she's like within a few percentage points within Gregory Abbott, and so he's very close to losing. So Vic, as a Texas resident, how do you feel about what's going on?
Javi, we gotta get Greg out of here, right?
Dude, I fucking hate that guy. No more pretext. No more beating around the bush. I'm voting blue no matter who, baby. I hate Greg Abbott. I mean this wholeheartedly. And dear listener, if you are a Texas voter, you gotta vote his ass out. So like, Greg Abbott has been basically everything wrong with the Republican Party as of late. He is overturning or essentially making it harder for voters to vote. He has led the redistricting efforts that have disenfranchised millions of minority votes. I guess if you're into this sort of thing, he has made abortion a hell of a lot harder. He has made our students dumber. I cannot stress this enough. He has made the average child dumber in Texas. That's what he's done. And if you're
Child left behind.
I'm sorry, if you're pro-child, and I know that some like the average Republican voter is pro-child, by the way. You don't want him because his ass just hates children.
Yeah, he hates you.
He
Dude. He hates you.
he is an advocate of the fucking private school voucher, which has proven to show that just doesn't work. And guess what? Guess what? Gregory fucking Abbott is pro data center. He's
Yeah.
literally taking water from babies. He's making energy more expensive. TXU costs more now. If you want to like live and have air conditioning in your house, guess what? Greg's not the candidate for you. And he has not fixed the underlying infrastructure that fucks over millions upon millions of Texans, because every winter, like the power grid fails and millions of Texans are without power. He hasn't done shit for that. Oh my god, I hate him so much. So please, for the love of God, vote for Hinojosa. She's proposing to give you money that you've paid into $1,500 for Texas households. You paid this. You paid this money.
Please.
Oh man. All right. Any closing thoughts, Vic?
I don't know if you remember in last year, actually, I think there was a vote in November for propositions that was raised by Greg Abbott. I think there was 17 of them, and they were just like so
I'm gonna fucking kill you, Bill.
literally, because all of them were just like, oh, I wish I should have pulled it up, but there was just like stuff about like condemning like Islam. I think.
Yeah, no,
I think
no.
Sharia law. Excuse me.
Shakira,
Yeah.
like, if your
So
hips
something
lie,
about
if your
there's a
hips lie,
proposition.
you
Oh,
should
go
die.
ahead. There's propositions about the gender you are is the one you're born with and nothing else. And then there was a whole bunch of stuff about like cutting taxes to like
The,
for
the
like
fucking
certain like
rich.
families,
Look,
like it would describe there was like one that was like a very specific case of just like for widows of like fallen soldiers to like give them a tax cut, which I have a feeling might be for like somebody specific. I'm only speculating. Like there's so
only
many like
speculation.
random propositions on there, and it's just like this guy is just like he's not working for you.
All I can say, well, what was I going to say? Is like Greg Abbott has been at the center of these culture war shit, and you know what really pissed me off, and I cannot stress this enough. It really just really like rammed its fucking fist up my dick. It sounded the fuck out of me. Was that like Greg Abbott is running on the platform that he's going to fix education?
Uh,
Hey, hey, hey,
How?
hey, Gregerthan, Gregulus, Greg baby. You've been governor since 2014. You've been governor for over a decade. Can you point to me who ruined education and why it needs fixing? Why does it need fixing? Who might have broken education? Who might have done that, Gregory? Please answer.
Oh, enlighten us.
Okay, but Greg Abbott, if you're listening, you're always welcome to the podcast. I love you, and I am voting for you because again, I'd rather be dead than not vote red. It's the opposite of vote blue, no matter who. There's no like real catchy thing for like vote red or vote red or be dead. There we go.
Yo,
That's
you would be such a great grifter.
no, dude. I genuinely mean this, and I will stand by this. If a large enough firm gives me enough money, I am pivoting towards right wing content. My morality does have a sticker price, and it's $80,000 a year. If you pay me $80,000 a year, I will grift for you. CPAC, I'm here. APAC, I'm here. Benjamin Netanyahu, I will become Israel's strongest soldier for 80,000 a year. But I do need medical. Like, that's important to me.
Yeah,
I do need like medical insurance and vision, dental, all that kind of stuff. But
there's just so much.
80,000 and I'm yours, baby. I got those talking points, man. I
With
will make
benefit.
anyone trans. Like I will transvestigate anyone you want me to. I will talk about why Sharia law is evil and communist and woke. I'll figure that out. I'll figure it out. But my email's open. It's in the description down below. Feel free to call. I know you guys have my number. You like I'm definitely like on some database. Like you can always just call me. I'll answer. Because again, my morality is for sale. One day that might actually happen, and then I'll actually have to like stand my more ground. All right, on to our fifth and final topic of what might be the most nihilistic fucking podcast of the year. It's also the most unhinged, mostly because there's no good news anymore. Good news doesn't exist.
Oh,
All right, Vic. So, you know how in the beginning of the Trump presidency, Trump ran on the promise of like lowering debt and balancing our
yes.
budget. Well, great news. We're at 40 trillion. 40 trillion in debt.
Oh,
40
oh,
trillion. We have never gone this high. 40 trillion. Okay,
oh.
I want to paint this picture before we really get into it. I need you to understand what 40 trillion looks like. So, 1 million seconds is approximately 1.5 days or 11 and 14 hours. So that's what 1 million seconds looks like. 1 billion seconds. You know what that looks like? Take a wild guess.
Uh, Sorry, could you repeat it again?
Okay, if 1 million seconds is 11 days or slightly over 11 days. How long do you think 1 billion seconds is?
1 billion? It's gotta be like 1,000 times more than that, right? So it's like a little over 3 years.
Uh okay. No, it's 31.
Oh,
So it's 31
wait,
years.
31.
Yeah,
Okay, wait.
31 years and 8 months. That's how long 1 billion is. Just off of a guess. How long is a trillion to you? Like how long do you think a trillion seconds is?
So let me try this again. Okay, then we multiply the 31 years by 1,000. So it's 3,100 years.
Yeah. 31,000 years, man.
31,000.
31,000 years. So,
Okay,
again, I don't know
I
if you
just
can
did it wrong.
comprehend that, but it takes us back to the Ice Age. So, like, when fucking Sid the Sloth was around, when fucking Manny the Mammoth was there. And so, that is the scale to which a trillion is at. So, a trillion fucking years, or a trillion seconds, is a fucking lot. And if a trillion seconds is 31,000 years, we are at 40 trillion in debt. 40 trillion. This is an incomprehensible number. I don't think you can truly understand what that means in a practical standpoint. It is absurd how much debt we are in. And
We're breaking records. We're breaking records.
yes, we're breaking records. And can you guess approximately how much of that is Trump's?
Um,
From his first and second term.
First and second.
Yes.
Oh, I don't have a good guess. I don't have a good guess on this.
It's
Is it
slightly less than half.
okay? I'm
Slightly
gonna
less
go
than
with
half.
16 trillion.
There's a little asterisk. There's a little asterisk attached to this. A lot of that money happened during COVID, which was necessary spending to keep the economy from like tanking and from all of us
Yes.
from going to full on depression, like economic depression. But within the past few months, we have been just bloating the economy. We have been increasing our debt to GDP ratio. And this comes from Kush Desai, a spokesperson. He has stated that Trump has been focusing on slashing waste, fraud, and abuse in federal spending while accelerating economic growth to America's debt to GDP ratio trending in the right direction. And the government passed more tax cuts this year and higher spending legislation. So we're not going in the right direction. In addition to that, we are spending a lot of money on defense spending. I wonder what's causing that. I personally don't know. Like, do you know like why we're spending so much money on defense and military? Like, do you
Mm,
know why? Like, I don't know why.
I have no idea. I mean, we
Yeah,
already won that war, so like we're not spending
you know,
anything on that.
I ran a few search queries on Google, and I don't know why, man. Like, I don't know why. But we are close to reaching the $41.1 trillion debt limit that we have imposed on ourselves, and we should be reaching it around the midsummer of 2027. And Congress is going to have to vote to either raise it or suspend it. So do you I don't this isn't taught in like any school or like in any class in school, like public education, like high school, middle school, because like this isn't something that we've ever had to like genuinely worry about, because it would be stupid if it was. But do you know what happens if we don't increase the debt limit?
What happens?
Like, we default on all our fucking loans. Like, it genuinely is
Oh my
apocalypse fucking now. Like, we all fucking die. Like, the economy just stops. Like, everything just goes to shit. Like, it truly is the end of times if that happens. And it's never happened before. Every time that we've come close to reaching the debt limit, we have passed a resolution to increase the debt limit so that we, like, we don't collapse the entire world. But the problem is, like, we are living in unprecedented times because a lot of the stuff that's happening has never happened before. And it's like with the Paramount merger and then the FCC restrictions and then like the court rulings, the gerrymandering. None of this shit has happened before, and so it truly is not out of the question that Republicans might hold this government hostage and millions upon millions of Americans hostage just for shits and giggles because I don't know, they want to kill all trans people or something. But it's crazy to me that we're in this position and there's no real end in sight. Like, all of Trump's policies have essentially increased the debt and have increased the burden on the American taxpayer, which segues very beautifully into the next thing that I want to talk about. All the so, like, you know how Trump's main policy has been tariffs, right? Like, has been passing tariffs
So many.
and we've discussed this earlier in the Canada segment, but recently it has been shown that the U.S. Treasury passed the 100 billion mark in refunds to be paid out for businesses for lost money due to Trump's Liberation Day tariffs. And there's another 30 billion that remains to be pending.
Uh,
So these refunds that were given out due to Trump's unconstitutional and illegal tariffs are being given to companies. They're being given to the wealthy companies, and these companies
yes,
have gone on record and said that, like, no, we're gonna use these refunds to lower prices for your consumers. But
sure.
yeah, man, we all know that companies are trustworthy and love to be honest, just like how
Yeah.
Google promised to not be evil. Uh-huh. So, Walmart is the biggest winner of the refund, getting almost $3 billion back, and Target being another big winner from this tax refund lottery sweepstakes. and they received just under $1 billion from the tax day or from the tariff refunds. And I don't know, if it's too woke of me or whatever, but I think that's fucking bad. I think that's not a good thing. I personally believe that these illegal taxes paid by American taxpayers should be given back to the American taxpayer.
Yeah. I would say, yeah.
I
You
feel
have these tariffs that these large companies are already increasing their goods for to offset the cost of the tariffs so that the consumer will pay for them. And then you give the refund back to the companies. Oh, only for genius money moves. You know?
it makes me I I don't know how to quite put it into words other than just like the noise that I made previously. That very visceral scream that I made. That truly puts into words how I feel lately. But there has been like an economic study into the companies that have been exempt and that have been tariffed. And so they have found that 7,000 exceptions, which were shown publicly, came from either companies that supported the Republican Party, or they were or gave money to the Trump administration directly. So a big example of this is like how Tim Cook gave that stupid ass trophy to Donald Trump, and all of a sudden his stuff was exempt.
Yeah.
But it's so fucking stupid how we are in this position where these companies are literally robbing American households. They're just saying like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna fucking kill you, Bill." And it's not just me saying this. It's not me saying that the American consumer is paying these taxes. It's everybody. There's been about a dozen high quality studies that have looked into who's paying for the tariffs. And every single one of them, except for one, has stated that the average US buyer is bearing like between 80% or 80% to 100% of the economic burden with these tariffs. And every single month, one of the big things that Trump ran on, one of the big things that Trump was like very adamant about was that these tariffs would one be paid by the country that they are tariffing, just like how the big beautiful wall would be built by Mexico and in reality was paid for by us.
Yep.
But what the fuck? Oh, was it? The tariffs would be paid for by the country. So he ran on that, but he also ran on that they would bring blue collar jobs back to America. And guess what? Since since Trump's second term began, we have lost 75,000 manufacturing jobs. 75,000. So nothing.
What?
Nothing. And like
Nothing. Literally nothing.
you may be hypocritically, if Trump kept the tax or the tariffs, the projected revenues would only compensate for half of the lost tax revenue from the big beautiful bill. So we wouldn't even cover the costs of the tax cuts that we have, which again, these tax cuts disproportionately affected the top 10% of American earners. So I'm talking about the wealthiest of the wealthy. So the average 90% would not see an inch of, or a lick of these tax cuts. In fact, your taxes would marginally go up because you'd see less benefits from Medicare and Medicaid, and you'd see less benefits from just things in general. You would not see government benefits. And so your taxes in reality kind of went up. And so now we're spending more money and getting less revenue for no tangible benefit. And That's all I have to say. What do you have to say, Vic?
Surely all the wealth that these big businesses are accruing will trickle down to the working class. Right, right.
Yes. Do you see these tax cuts falling down to you?
Ah, yes, of course. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I recently in the check in the mail I received a check for $1 trillion in tariffs, and I'm
Yeah, I
gonna.
got my 1 billion.
Oh, you got your 1 billion. Look at you, you fucking poor. But
Yeah, yeah, right.
but I I don't know. Any closing thoughts, Vic?
This guy did not go to a business school.
No, he went to the business school. No, he
What
went
was
there.
he?
He went to a very
What was
prestigious
he
business
doing?
school. I just
What was he doing? Art of the deal.
I don't know, fucking
More
jacking off,
like
I guess.
the fart of the deal.
Molesting kids, I think. That's like that's, he's in the Epstein files.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
Yeah. Yeah, we got this guy
he was
up in office,
he raped kids.
really just running
He
it.
raped Eugene Carroll. He led an
Yep.
insurrection,
Yes.
and he's president. Okay, I want to leave. I want the closing thoughts to end off on this. I forgot which philosopher said this. I don't probably it's some fuck ass probably, but he said that the every democracy elects the politician that they deserve. And I'm gonna, you know how like Hassan Piker got canceled for saying America deserved 9/11, and he had to like
Uh,
apologize. And dude, every single
yeah.
politician that has ever even looked at his general direction has had to be like, "Do you condemn Hassan Piker and his comments that he made about the victims of 9/11?" And they're
I know.
and he's
He's
like,
a Twitch streamer.
and then every one of them is like, "Who?" Because again, he's a Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it right here: America deserved Donald Trump. That's my cancelable. Like in 10 years, I'm gonna get canceled for saying that.
Y'all voted for him.
All right. So any closing thoughts on anything, Vic? Anything you want to share? Anything you want to impart? Any final things?
I don't think I have anything more to say
What is there to
about
say
this.
anymore? Uh okay, next week, I promise. This is a promise. I promise I will find 5 positive stories, 5 heartwarming stories that'll make you cream your jeans. This is my
It'll be like
promise.
the Pyroland episode. You're gonna put on the goggles. It's gonna be all sunshine and rainbows.
Dude, honest to God, the I think us burning in hell might be. I had this theory the other day because I remember having a near death experience when I was a kid. That I had this theory that I am actually stuck in hell, and that everything that's going on is just like hell torturing me.
Hell.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Uh Inshallah we will have. Oh, you watch my latest video discussing the potential
I I
nominees?
did the 2028
Yeah.
Smasher's Guide to the Presidential Election.
Inshallah we will have a I don't know, like a wolf be our president, like all around great, just, solid
Yeah.
fundamentals. Or maybe like a cloud,
Cool guy.
someone that we could
Cloud.
just
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
a cloud, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like an anca or anarcho eco terrorist. I would love to have an eco terrorist as president.
Whoa.
No, I mean it, and I mean it, and I stand by it. I think eco terrorism is awesome and great. And if this clip resurfaces 10 years down the
It's
line,
true.
I stand by this statement. I believe eco terrorism is what we need in this country. And if in the future I say I am being sarcastic and I am joking, ignore that because I mean this. And if I claim that this whole thing is a bit and that I don't believe it anymore, I am lying, and I
anymore.
truly believe, and of me of sound body and mind, and say that eco-terrorism is needed in these corporate states of America. I hope that comes out later. Like I think that'd be such a funny bit. Okay.
Yes.
As always, if you have any thoughts or comments about anything we talked about, I don't care anymore. Fuck you. Your thoughts are stupid and you're dumb and I'm smart. No one fucking listens to this shit anymore. If you have
It's
any
not true. No, viewer, you're so beautiful.
you're
Please
so
leave a
hot and
comment.
sexy. No, please leave a comment. No, like Loker genuinely leave a comment in the comment section down below. If you have any suggestions about future topics, just please anything fucking put in about how uh, our puppy's great. Let's
Tell
talk
us how
about
your day
that.
went.
Yeah, tell us how your days went. Talk to suggest I don't know, giraffes. We'll talk
Give
about
us your
that.
cereal tier list.
Yeah, we'll talk about cereal. I fucking love cereal. And if you support the channel, the best way is by, fuck this. The best way is by voting. Go and fucking vote. Jason, I know you sometimes listen to this shit. If you're
Go
listening,
get
Jason, if
registered,
you
bro.
made it all the way here, fucking vote. I will find out if you vote. I will force you. I will register your ass to vote right now.
I will personally give you an offer you can't refuse.
I will
That
suck
I
your dick.
cannot.
No, like I will actually go over there and suck your fucking dick to vote. I will get on my hands and knees and give you that sloppy toppy, and I suck dick
I'll do
well.
it too.
We'll
I'll
we'll
join you.
we'll double team you, dude. My dick sucking skills are second to none. I don't have a gag reflex, man.
Holy, I'm jealous.
All right. On that note, I will talk to you guys next week on the Very Real Podcast. Bye.
See you next time.
Fuck.